stage 3 colon cancer. And then right away after I was diagnosed, I went straight into the treatments. I did 6 months roughly of chemotherapy. And then after that, I had surgery where they removed 9 inches or something, 9 inches of my intestine. And then I recovered a couple of months after, and then now I'm here. It's been a year and a half since my recovery, and I feel really good. But I went through a lot, and I learned a lot, and I think that's the most important thing that came out of everything, is just the insight that I was able to get from the entire experience.
Okay, first of all, we applaud your courage, your positivity, the spirit. Can we have a round of applause for this amazing gentleman, please? Seriously, anyone who is going through that or going through anything quite as difficult as that need to just watch your vlogs, and they'd be encouraged, and they'll see that the kind of spirit that you had battling that, they would know that, you know what? There is hope. There's definitely something that you can do about it. You've already mentioned quite a few of the positive stuff that you experienced out of this whole thing. What was the most memorable for you?
I mean, there's so many things I can pull out from, but one of the most, I guess, positive experiences of it all is just the emphasis on purpose in life. I think that's something that not even just people with a critical illness or even people with problems in their life, just literally anyone in general, I think one of the things that, the hardest things we have to come to terms with or just even realize is what is our purpose? How do we make a difference in this world? And I think that's all anyone deep down inside really just wants to do. They just want to make a difference, even if it's the smallest way through. I mean, for me, my personal way is through entertainment. When you break everything down, the simplest thing is just making someone laugh or influencing anyone in a positive way. And I mean, when you go through that entire experience, it really just makes you understand the importance of life. There's so many aspects of life that you really should focus on, and another one is living. It's really just going on living, continuing the adventure, exploring, and before my illness, that's actually what I promote on my channel. That's the lifestyle I promote. And once I was diagnosed and everything, it only emphasized that even more. And as hard as everything was for me, as hard as everything was for me to open up and talk about it and everything, the thing that pushed me more than anything was just knowing I was making a difference in someone's life, because there's so many people out there, all of us. Even if we ourselves are not affected, it's almost every single person I met knows at least one person that is going through a critical illness or has done it in the past, and just being able to share insight on how to remain positive and what you should do in that situation, that's what made me happy, just being able to see other people who could relate.
Watching your vlogs and following your social media accounts, everyone will see that you had quite the support from family and friends. On the lighter note of things, lighter side now, what would be your favorite memory or favorite moment with them?
Honestly, one thing you realize when you're confronted with death is that the most important thing in life is just the people around you and your relationships, and that's why support is so vital. And for me, the best moments of everything, actually, of doing all this, was being able to live with my parents again, and live with my family, and spend so much time with them, because I mean, that's what I love doing. I've been working my butt off for the last few years, and we all get we get so caught up in the rat race and just working, and you forget sometimes to just spend time with the people who you love, being your friends and your family, and just waking up to my mom cooking breakfast every single day and making the best dinners in the world. Yung nanay ko, taga Pampanga siya yung pinaka-best, she's the best chef in the entire world. She could cook any type of food. And just having that on a daily basis, being back with my sister, super nostalgic. It was like being back in high school again, you know, me and my sister joking around, making fun of my mom and dad, and then my mom yelling at us and everything. And yeah, you know, we got to go on road trips again. Even though I was battling this illness, I didn't let it stop me from having fun and enjoying the moment. If anything, it made me value each and every moment that much more, knowing that, you know, anything can happen. Time is limited, and the best moments is always just with my family going around. Yeah.
You get to appreciate what would be considered mundane or everyday normal stuff, right? You get to appreciate a whole lot more.
The appreciation in the smallest things. I mean, like one thing for me is just that made me feel so great and appreciate the world and everything out there was just going on hikes and nature and everything. It gets very spiritual. Just the air, the view, the grass, the trees. When you're confronted with something as like a critical illness, it definitely just makes you appreciate everything that much more. It's interesting.
Great advice right there. But right now, I will ask you for even more advice. What would you like to say to two sets of people? First, the one who has just been diagnosed with a critical illness. And secondly, what would you advise those around them?
First off, for those who are currently battling or recently diagnosed with something, for me, the best advice I could give you is take things one step at a time. The hardest thing, like I went through a lot of tough chemo, and physically it's intense. The pain and everything physically will beat you down, but the most important thing, regardless of the physical pain and everything you go through, is mentally, you know, just being emotionally stable. And it's so easy to get overwhelmed by everything, and as long as you're able to just take one step at a time, take one day at a time, try and understand what you can control. You know, I think that's one of the biggest things in life. Once you're able to just understand what's in your control and what's out of your control, and not really stressing on that, then that's one of the easiest ways to being content and being happy. So take it one step at a time, find purpose, like I said before, because the one thing that helped me get through all of it, you know, you could get weak at times, you could question, why is this happening? I don't know what's going on, you get confused. But the one thing that'll keep you going is purpose. For me, that purpose was to help others, to influence other people and show them. I took it on as a challenge, as if, you know, if I can beat this, I think I'll inspire and motivate other people to do everything they can to beat this as well. Whatever that is, you know, exercising, doing everything you need to do, keeping things together, and that goes on with the other, anyone in general who has family members that is battling something like this. Everyone out there, the one thing that's perfect for you to keep you stable is just peace of mind, and you know that's the whole importance of staying protected and doing everything in your power. Even though I was diagnosed, when I went into my diagnosis, I was super fit, which they told me that, yeah, the oncologist, the doctors told me it's way better to go into battling a critical illness if you're a healthy human being. So even though I was diagnosed with such a, you know, a critical illness like that, I did everything in my power to make sure I could get through that, and that was maintain my physical health and also my mental health. And again, that's why it's so important to be, you know, protected, and that's why I'm so thankful that Philam Life was there and this whole program to really protect everyone out there and just have peace of mind, because mental health, I truly believe, leads to physical health. And one of the reasons I really believe that I was able to make it, and the oncologists too, they said there are studies, proven studies, that people with a better mindset and people it's the will to live. It's having fun and continuing on. It really leads to physically getting better. So yeah.
I think it's already ingrained in your name. having that will to live, will to conquer, will to battle whatever comes your way. That's already your advice to whoever ends up with any critical illness. Finally, what is your advice to those around the people who have been diagnosed with critical illness, the loved ones, family, friends?
Again, the thing that helped me most, more than anything, is support. That's what it comes down to, and I'm so fortunate that I'm able to have a family and friends around me, and everyone, you guys, Philam Life, they helped me so much emotionally, financially, everything, and that's all it comes down to. All you could do is support one another, and when I look back on everything, that's what kept me going, just laughing and the light times and being around everyone you love. Life is all about relationships, and I remember when I was doing chemotherapy and relating with the other cancer patients and talking to everyone else, the number one thing when you get diagnosed with something or when you confront a serious matter like that is just, it really all just comes down to relationships, and that's why support is so important.
Thank you so much, Wil. We congratulate you. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for all of those pieces of advice that you've dished out. And you know what? I'm pretty sure everyone else cannot wait to see what you, in partnership with Philam Life, can do and what you can advise and how you will even inspire a lot more people out there who are battling critical illness. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause, please, for Mr. Wil Dasovich.
Thank you guys so much. I just want to say again, I'm so thankful that I've been brought back to be here and share my story and everything. And if there is one company that has motivated me to stay healthy more than anything, it is Philam Life with Philam Vitality and the entire program. I'm obsessed now with my new Apple Watch and everything I'm doing, and now I'm watching my heart rate and I'm trying to beat my calories, and it's so cool. I'm so happy to be here, and again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Wil. I think